92.9 Zach Brown Band Castaway, the extended version of the fish tank this morning as we go past our allotted 4 hours because we have a very good friend in studio with us this morning. Andy Brasher is hanging out with us. Andy, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Matt. Good morning, everybody.
And it's awesome to have you back in the studio. It's been a couple years since we've seen you here in Storm Lake.
Yeah, it has. We're glad to be back, though. All this stuff is coming back to me as all the roads are familiar once we got close.
That was my. It was funny because we were just talking with Jeff a moment ago, saying that it's kind of a last-minute decision. I'd seen you guys were going to be playing up in Okoboji tonight and tomorrow. I thought, well, we'll just get Andy back in the studio here. It's been a while, so.
Yeah, it was an awesome idea. I was glad to hear from you, and it's right on the way. You guys, we just got an hour after this. We've got all of the heavy lifting out of the way. Now we can celebrate with you, see our good old pal, and we'll head up the road to Okoboji, after hanging out with you guys for a little bit. I didn't realize that I was pushing your show back so late. I'm sorry about that. I didn't realize it.
You know what? It's a special treat for everybody else. They get extra time with me.
Oh, that is good. Yeah.
Yeah, we take it. We look at it any way we want.
That's exactly right.
So let's get it. Obviously, the Andy Brasher Band is your answer. What the excitement to come back to Iowa? You haven't played back in Iowa in a while.
It's been a couple years anyway. And yeah, we've got lots of friends that we made through the Brasher Boat days and stuff like that when we traveled here pretty extensively. So it's going to be great to see a lot of those folks. We've been hearing from them that, hey, we're going to go out to Captain's, we're going to come out and see you and stuff, so we're excited to see them. And plus, John and I have been talking about going back to Captain's, for the last couple of years because we love it. We've had so much good times up there with the staff and the owners and just everybody that's there. So yeah, we love it. It's a ball for us. So we get to do that, and we're also going to get to see some friends in Nebraska as well this weekend. We're going to Kearney, and we're playing at JD's out there, and in Loop City, the county fair. We'll be there on Sunday. So we can do all kinds of stuff while we're out here in the Midwest.
Yeah, it's funny because I think when we first talked, we first met each other, the conversation was the fact that before the Brasher Boat thing, the trips to Iowa were just never really not on the horizon. You didn't have a whole lot of ideas of coming to Iowa, but now you've kind of made this almost like a second home of sorts when you get the chance to come out and play this way.
Yeah, it is absolutely. After we sort of built that market, and a lot of it, with my partner Dustin. Was from out here, so that led to a lot of it, and he introduced us to a lot of places and stuff like that. He's actually in town right now, which is another cool factor to throw in because although him and I still talk on the phone quite a bit, I don't see him nearly as often.
Right.
That we're not working together every day. And but he got a hold of us a couple of days ago, and they're up at Captain's right now.
Yeah, I saw that he played there last night. So.
Yeah, he did. Well, I got a hold of the Captain's people, and I told them, and I should probably tell everybody else that out there in Radio Land that may not know, we just came from Owensboro, Kentucky, which is where the band is based out of. Owensboro is just right on the Ohio River, and we're a couple hours north of Nashville, so it's a good location to do work and music. But it's about 14 hours from here, so it's a long trip. But we got a hold of the guys at Captain's because they've always been so good to us and stuff, and we let them know that this is going to be a long trip. We're trying to decide when we're going to leave. So that we can arrive at a decent hour,
right.
And be able to check in because they put us up at a nice band house and stuff, so we'll be able to relax and all that stuff. But I wanted to make sure that when we arrived, we'd be able to get in,
right.
So we're not hanging out like vagrants on the street for a while.
Right.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but I just don't want to do it after 14 hours. So anyway, we got a hold of them, and I knew it would be no big deal. And they said, "Oh well, gosh, we'd love to do that. Unfortunately, we have a band." In the band house now, and they didn't realize that it was Dustin and them. And so Dustin gets a hold of me and he's like, "Yeah, it's us. Come crash." So, and I think they're going to stick around and watch our show tonight. And so we haven't seen each other in a little bit, so it's going to be fun. And he hasn't seen the new lineup, so we're excited to show that to him. And it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, speaking of the new lineup, obviously you brought the new crew with you here today. Why don't you go ahead and just tell us who's with you, who you brought with you today?
I will. Well, we got Big John, and folks from Brasher Boat Days will remember. There he is doing a selfie. John Atkinson is on the bass guitar, and this is Chris Lee over here, and he's on drums. And we picked Chris up about, let's say, you've been with us a year and a half?
About
Something,
a year and a half.
something like that. And then Brad Snap is on guitar, and him and I have been friends, have been playing music together for a long time, and he's sort of officially become a member of the band within the last year as well. So.
Sure, Andy, remind everybody how they can stay up to date with you on the web. Obviously, that's probably the easiest way to do so.
It is, and I'm glad you asked. It's www.andybrasher.com.
Well, that's difficult to remember.
Pretty simple, pretty simple. And I'm going to take this opportunity to brag. The website, it has been remodeled. It's new. You know, I didn't use it a lot over the last 4 or 5 years. It was just kind of sitting there. But so I've remodeled it, and I've done. Of course, I've had help from a lot of really, really talented friends. But I have learned how to use web editing software, and I've done a lot of this stuff myself, and I'm super proud of it. So, and I also say this as a disclaimer, so when it doesn't look super professional in all the spots, just know, folks, that I'm doing the best I can for you, and this is from my hand to the web.
Man, the things a Kentucky boy can learn. Right?
I'm telling you, man, fishing, hunting, webbing, all kinds of stuff, man.
Sounds like an exciting life to be led.
Oh, it is, and it's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed messing with it and getting it out there. But it's all functional. We got a lot of new merchandise items. Man, I meant to bring one in. I'll bring one in for you in a minute. But we have some Andy Brasher band hats and shirts and koozies and shot glasses, and all that stuff is available on the store, as well as the show listings, so you'll be able to know where we're playing and all that.
Side note is that the Andy Brasher logo is the greatest logo I've ever seen.
Yes, thank you, thank you. I get so many compliments on that logo, and Aaron Kaiser is a friend of mine, and I don't know whether you would remember him or not from the trips that you've taken back to Owensboro and stuff. But Aaron Kaiser is from Owensboro, Kentucky as well, and he's just a wonderful artist. And obviously that's a graphic design of his, but he's also a painter as well. And you can look up on YouTube. Check out Aaron Kaiser, because he does speed painting and stuff like that. Some of these things will blow you away. It's the kind of thing where he's like painting these lines and stuff, and you're like, what is that? What is that? And then, within 3 minutes, like, he'll paint the last line and flip it over, and you're like, oh my gosh, that's, Alfred Einstein, Albert. That's Alfred from the butler from Batman.
He's extra smart in the new Batman movies.
He's an extra smart butler. Real good at that stuff.
Man, Andy, it's great to have you back in the studio again. You got a tune for us this morning?
I do, and this gives us a chance to talk about. I'm in the studio now working on a new album, and I'm actually really, really taking my time with this one. In fact, and this is sort of the kind of work that I'm doing just when I can. So it's not, it hasn't been just solid, work in the studio. We're just kind of, but we went into the studio, Blackbird Studio, which is John McBride's studio,
right? As
in Martina McBride's husband.
Yep.
Their studio, which is just an epic studio. I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to be able to work there. It's just amazing. I can't even tell you, how great this studio is. But we started in April of last year, so we're over a year, but it hasn't been solid work. We get in there when we can. I've got 2 great producers, Harry Smith and Ross Hogarth, and this is the first time Ross is actually based out of LA, and Harry's there in Nashville. It's the first time I've ever worked with 2 producers that are across the country, literally from each other. So there's been planes and hotels and phone calls and whatever back and forth, sending Dropbox stuff and whatnot, working together in that way is kind of neat. But they're both so talented, and I'm so lucky to be working with them. And I get the opportunity this time to just really take my time with the album. Super happy with the songs, and it'll be. I have a lot of people asking me, when's it going to be done? Don't know. There's no deadline. It'll be done when it's done. I really want this one to be, perfect, or as perfect as possible. And as soon as I release it, I'll be like, gosh, dang it, I should have spent another year on that. But anyway, so this is a song. This is one of my favorites off the album. This is called "If She Loves." And we're going to have Brad play some guitar, and Chris help out with some harmony.
It's the Andy Brasher Band in studio with us right here on the Most 92.9.
She's the kind of woman that grew from a little girl who was never afraid of the things in the big bad world. She knows what she wants, she knows who she is. What she's doing is right, she knows it. And if she loves, she loves wholeheartedly. If she cries, she'll cry all night. And if she believes entirely. And if she hurts deep inside. And if she runs, she won't stop ever. But if she stays, she'll stay forever. If she stays, she'll stay forever. She's all in every time. She ain't afraid to tell you what's on her mind. She'll have your back, she'll lend her hand. If she's your woman, then you're her man. If she loves wholeheartedly. If she cries, she'll cry all night. If she believes entirely. If she hurts deep inside. And if she runs, she won't stop till the wheels fall off. Till she's gone, just as far as she wants to go. Until her storm is at one with the weather. But if she stays, she'll stay forever. She's the kind of woman that gets down in your soul. And if you're lucky, she won't ever let it go. And if she loves wholeheartedly. And if she cries, she'll cry all night. If she believes entirely. If she hurts deep inside. And if she runs, she won't stop till the engine blows and the wheels fall off. Till she's gone, just as far as she wants to go. Till her storm is at one with the weather. But if she stays, she'll stay forever. Oh, if she stays, she'll stay forever. If she stays, she'll stay forever.
There you go, Andy Andy Brasher Band in studio, and I tell you, Andy, that is a song, I can see why you're proud of that song. Fantastic song.
Thank you very much.
Beautiful.
No matter how many years it is between times when we see each other, man, it's always great to see it.
You too, buddy.
Even though you're a Cardinals fan,
Let's go have some drinks.
Yeah, right?
It's like almost